Hello, my name is Anastasia, and I will be doing the writing and grammar modeling of using script writing and Reader's Theater for an ESOL strategy, which is Chapter 12. So when doing the strategy, first you're going to select a book. Like all selections, you must choose what is appropriate for your class. With Writer's Theater, it's better if you get a book that's more creative or allows the students to show a little more creativity as they're working on the script. And then also choosing the book, you want to choose something that's developmentally appropriate for your English learners. So if you have less developed students, then you might want to do something that actually has dialogue in the book. Students who are a little further developed can choose a book that's more of like a novel or a chapter book and then put their own creativity on it and make their own script. They just find it a little more fun. And then after you choose the book, you're going to read the book aloud to the class. So you're going to explore the book, ask them questions. If it is something that you can do a read aloud plus on, to where you could bring in outside sources and other materials that will just help them build their script, then definitely do that. All of those extra pieces just make their script and their creativity flow a little more. And then after then, you're going to demonstrate the different writing formats. You might have some students who are really into art, so they want to draw and illustrate out what happened in the scene, in which case you might see like word bubbles or thought bubbles. So I'm just going to show you a few of the ways, the formats. So the sentence is the big kid said hi. So when you're showing the students, of course, you're going to be modeling the actual content too. Sorry, this is backwards for you. So you're going to model out the sentence before the quotation, showing the actual dialogue occurring. You're putting a punctuation. You have quotes on both sides. The first letter is capital, and there's always a period. So for your illustrators, you might see a big kid, and then a word bubble. And so then let's say that the little kid said hello back to him. And then you're going to eventually make your way into what would a writer's theater script would look like. So you want to start with a narrator. Sometimes it's good to put in, because with the narrator, they're kind of just showing the scene. So this is like the background. So if you're only saying the big kid said hi, that's when you might explain to your students that, well, they probably were approaching each other. So two boys were approaching each other. And then you'll move on to the big kid. He says hi, and then maybe the little kid is nervous because the kid is so much bigger than him, so you would add in nervously, and then the words that he says. So the narrator is setting the scene. Two boys were approaching each other. The big kid, he says hello. The little kid explains to them that the quotations, or parentheses rather, are where you can express emotion, and then his response, hello. So you're going to make sure that your punctuation is in there always too. You can add expression through exclamation points as well. And then you're gonna want to keep this displayed so then the students can go back and reference to it and what other stage they are developmentally and working on the project. Once you do this, then you're going to start writing a script with the class. You're going to use a shared writing strategy, and then you can either work with them through one whole script. Maybe if it's in the beginning of the year and you're starting it, work with them through one whole script. You can start it and allow them to go off independently, and then that's what they bring back to you, or you can just have the students work on one all by themselves, possibly after you model the whole one for them. And then After then, you're just basically going to keep that script, working with that script. You're going to make sure it's in a Word document so you can easily edit it or allow the students to just go on there and change things. And then once the script is finally done, you're going to highlight each character's part, and then pass that out to the class with each area highlighted. And you can have them practice reading it aloud before they actually come up and present anything to you. But that'll give them the availability to work together collaboratively, creatively, I can speak today, and then make changes where they find necessary. Maybe discuss why they think that a character should have this emotion rather than the other emotion. And all of this just backs up, again, writing and grammar. They're seeing that correct modeling of how they should see it in text. They're seeing it how it may look in a play or a theater. And then also, for your kids who need other modes of learning, illustrating is a great example of the writer's theater as well.